Check it out. This is what I'm thinking about using on my hike. I got this EmberLit Fire Ant titanium wood burning stove. It says it weighs 2.8 ounces. Let's check this thing out. I'll unbox it here. I'm gonna test it out with some wet frozen sticks, just to check it out with that kind of stuff. I do most of my hiking in the winter time, so I want to make sure that I can use it when there isn't always dry wood available. This right here, the thing with the Fire Ant, it's also chemical adaptable. In case you just want to use tablets or Nesbits, stuff like that. You put this up in here when you assemble it, and put your Nesbit right there and use that. Right now, what you do is the raised side is always facing out when you put it together. A little bit of raised on here. And we're gonna weigh this thing when we get it all together here too. And there's 3 pieces are exactly the same, and obviously your front loading piece. And this is your base. So what you do, you got these little slats right here. You got these little slats. Where am I? Alright. So you just put them right into there. They slide in together. Boom. Super easy. We're gonna make sure that the raised part's on the outside. And then you're going to take your tray. Kind of obvious which way that goes. It goes in those little slots at the bottom. Now, being it's titanium, it is very flexible. So this would slide up in here. Be careful, some of these edges are pretty freaking sharp. So I suggest to little piece of emery cloth or sandpaper and just kind of smooth those out a little bit. And that's your completed piece. Yeah, let's see. Like I said, the package says 2.8 ounces. We're gonna weigh it real quick. Make sure you get a nice solid surface. That's 3.3 ounces. I don't know where 2.8 comes from. Maybe if you don't use the base plate. Altogether is 3.6 ounces. Let's check that out. I bet it is without using the base. 2.8 ounces. So it'd be 2.8 if you didn't use the little fire base, which I would suggest using it because, I don't know, to keep it from burning the ground too much. You know, depending on where you're at, be a little bit of a shield if you decide to be stupid and do it on top of a picnic table or something like I'm about to do. So I'll put that back together. So, full carrying with the little bag that they give you. Looking at 4 ounces even. Not bad. Let's get this thing loaded up and check it out. Alright. That might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. I am on a picnic table. So I'm just going to do it inside my my glass baking dish. I use these wet fire starting tenders, super cheap on Amazon. They burn for roughly 6 minutes for the whole thing. They suggest like crumbling it up. I've done it a couple times crumbling it up, other times I don't. And sometimes what you do, you just break it apart like so, stick it in there. Give it a couple extra burn areas. They do light up really fast though. I'm wondering, maybe I should just do it like this. There we go. Make those light up pretty good. Now these are sticks. I soaked them in water, threw them in the freezer overnight. We're just going to load this up, see how well it does. I just tested the Camp Stove 2 by BioLite with these wet frozen sticks, and it would not light to save its life. I threw a couple dry sticks in there and boom, good to go. But cool thing about using a wood stove too, you never run out of fuel, technically. You don't have to worry about, you know, going to the store, finding propane, all that stuff. And you get a little campfire, it's fun. I guess you could use this to warm yourself up a little bit. The mouth down here is a little feeder, so once you get it going good, you can put a bigger stick in there. And just slowly feed it into it. And hopefully you guys can see this okay. I did lose my my camera mount, or my phone mount, or my thing, on a motorcycle trip I did. So I've got it velcroed on to the stand, just trying to keep it working. Oh, looks like we're gonna do okay here. I can hear the wood sizzling. And another one over there I didn't even light up yet. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. Yep, I got it. So like I said, we're gonna try these wet frozen sticks. Simulate winter conditions, I guess you could say. It's kind of slimy. I bet my dog had that one. Oh, you can hear it sizzling in there. All right, I'm gonna pause it for a minute. We'll get back to it. See this thing's catching on. This is pretty cool. To my surprise, it's lighting up the wet sticks. Not as easy, obviously, as dry sticks, but they are on fire. And it's got, cool thing is, it's got a small enough top to it. I'm not gonna boil any water right now, but obviously this 1.3 liter would fit perfectly on there. And I believe it's a 700 milliliter MSR titanium pot. Easily fits on there also. So really good for ultra lightweight wood burning stove. This is definitely the thing I'm taking when I do my 5,000 mile hike next year. So check this stove out. The EmberLit Fire Ant titanium wood burning multi-fuel stove. Multi-fuel being wood or a chemical tablet like a Nesbit or something like that. Yeah, check this thing out, let it burn down, and see how well it burns all the sticks. I gotta tell you, this thing was so much easier to light up than the BioLite that I just did. I just burned my hands on it. It's been sitting there for 5 minutes, and the outer part was still hot. So I'm gonna see real quick how long it will take to boil up some water for coffee, just out of curiosity. And let's see here. We'll see how that goes. So, whoops, okay. Use my iPad. I'm not used to using that stopwatch. Start. Like I said, this is I believe 700 milliliter MSR titanium. And the good thing about this setup is, as you can see with the feeder right here, as it burns down, you can just put sticks in there without having to remove the pot itself to keep reloading it. Unlike the, thing's hot. Unlike the BioLite here, which I do like. It's super hot right now, even the battery. But there's nowhere to load it all the way around, so you actually have to take your pot off and stick more sticks in there. However, it did do a really clean burn. There's still quite a bit of ash in there. I can still see it glowing. So I'm letting that cool off. Yeah, this is really cool. I like this. Fire ant. Really neat. A little smoky, but you know, like I said, I'm using wet sticks, so I really don't care about that. You see it's still going. I mean, oof. I'm actually having fun because I'm just sitting here drinking coffee, playing with stoves. Can't beat that. That's pretty sweet. So these sticks are wet and frozen. You see the ice on there. Just trying to simulate real world conditions out there in the wintertime. I just went into the kitchen and put cold water in there out of the sink. Still got plenty of fuel in there. You can see all the sticks in there. Looks like it's burning pretty good though. Maybe I Stick that in there like that. Sorry, get my big head out of the way for you. I really like this little wood stove though. Even with the wet frozen sticks, it lit right up. Oh, it's because there's more air available, you know, with the holes and everything. Then on the BioLite, I said, don't get me wrong, I like the BioLite. It's got its purpose. It's got its use, you know. I would definitely take the BioLite car camping, stuff like that. But this is more what I would use through hiking, multi-day trips. I'm so tired of seeing you barking. Stop barking, please. Sam. Yeah, I'll be right back. Close up in there. I don't know if you can see. Flames going there. Got some good coals. I just stuck that bigger stick in there, and what you do is you just feed it in there as it burns. So you, like I say, you don't have to move your pot, which is really cool. Good feature. All right, cool. 5 minutes into it, I did not have a roaring fire or a crap ton of coals in there, which would be better for the heat. But I'm already getting a little boil in there. So 5 minutes in, we're doing pretty good. That was yeah, it gives you a little something to do during the day and everything, but I think it's a really cool setup. I'm definitely going to keep using this thing. I highly recommend the Fire Ant Titanium Wood Stove by EmberLit. Thank you.